Applause for Kendra Cunningham, everybody.
What is going on? Wow. Thank you. Thanks, you guys. You are awesome. This is me a little dressed up for you guys tonight. Thank you. Thanks. Yes. I got to tell you, a lot of times I'm like in a baseball cap and a hoodie, very layered. You know, it's almost like I'm dressed for a defensive game of strip poker, if anybody was to ever take me up on my challenges. But my mother's been on me. She's like, you know what, Kendra, you don't dress like a woman who wants to meet a man. When you go out on a Friday night, wear a dress. It'll make people wonder. They'll think you're going to a dance or something. I'm like, that might have worked 40 years ago when Shana and I was still together. But nowadays, if I'm in a dress on my way to a dance on a Friday night, I'm probably going to a church basement for an AA mixer. Not so intriguing, really. But I love my mother. She's a little bit of a nut. My mother comes from a long line of unsuccessful yard sales. And every year she wants to like give it one more shot, you know? And I feel like yard sales are just like a public admission of being like, I don't know what trash is. Let me pull this stuff onto the front lawn and let the general public decide, you know? It's like, oh no, that's not garbage. That has a price tag on it. When I pull it 3 feet that way, 4 hours from now, then it'll be trash. But right now, it's my inventory. Thank you. She's crazy. She lives up in Boston, and I live here. And I wish I could say that I missed her, but she doesn't really give me the opportunity to. You know what I mean? Like she calls me 15 times a day. But every time I go back, she loves to take me on these memory lane drive-bys, and they always start out very warm and inviting, and by the end, they're like morose and frightening, you know? And they always start with the parish. She's like, oh, you remember the parish, don't you? Nice memories there. You were baptized, confirmed. Oh, and here's the high school. Remember you got drunk and you knocked your front tooth out? You made your mother cry? Do you remember how you made your mother cry? And then it goes on to have something that has nothing to do with me. She's like, remember that guy got murdered over here? Yeah. They never found his torso. You and your sister were out late that night, but I didn't ask any questions. I love you unconditionally. Remember that. I have been trying like that. I've been trying to be, you know, more feminine. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm getting the look down. I got in a little fight with my hairdresser today. I got my hair blown out, and she said to me, I always part my hair on the side, and I went in there today, and she said, I think we should try parting your hair in the middle. I think it'll really thin your face out. I was like, oh, sounds like a really diplomatic way of saying, you're looking bloated and unfamiliar. Let me try some optical illusions to see if I can get you back in the social stratosphere. It's true, though. I gained 15 pounds last year. Please, it was my pleasure. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. I'd do it all again if I could. But I knew I was gaining weight because I noticed guys like checking out my beer belly. You know what I mean? And I'd be like, hey, my tits are up here. Let's focus on the positive, people. Please. But I've been trying to do the feminine thing. I feel like I'm getting like the look down, you know, but not so much the personality to go with it, you know. I was walking on the street the other day and this guy was like, you look gorgeous. And I was like, thanks, buddy. No quicker way to stop a pickup process in the bud than occurred. Thanks, buddy, you know. I might as well have said, oh, thank God I look good because these jeans are really making my balls itch. And it would have the same effect as occurred. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. I did. I got a manicure, pedicure. Thank you. But no, this is the thing. I hadn't had a pedicure in almost 6 months. That's a long time. And I was having an anxiety attack. Like I was really afraid I was going to go in there and the lady was going to be like, I don't know how to tell you this, but you have paws now. The hair on your feet is now fur. Your toenails have morphed into claws. The thickening in the skin on the bottom of your feet, you have paws. You're going to have to go to a vet for this. And it's going to be very expensive. So do me a favor, get on all fours and walk out of here like the animal that you are. Okay? Don't shit on my floor. Thanks. This is the thing. I've been trying to get a new job. I always wanted to work in a pizza place, and I actually got an interview. They conduct interview for those jobs. I thought you just sent in your application and you got your schedule. But anyway, I went in there, and halfway through the interview, the guy says to me, we're really trying to cut down on the testosterone around here. And I said, I understand. Thanks for having me anyway. Just keep my resume on file. I bartend too, in addition to stand-up. This is the thing, I feel like I'm losing my patience. Thank you. Yeah, bartenders. Bartenders clapping inappropriately. No, just kidding. No, but this is the thing. I feel like when I've been losing my patience. I had this guy come up to me recently, had his money like fanned out in his hand, and he said to me, I have $7. What should I get? And I was like, I don't know, a job? So, yeah, I was like, go buy a banana, make a phone call. I can't help you here. I'm making my living dollar by dollar. Then I had this other guy. He loves to make his tips into these little origami things, like tuxedo shirts or tulips. You know what I mean? I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? I go into Dunkin' Donuts the next day, and they're like, oh, it's $3. I'm like, oh, here's 2 tuxedo shirts and a tulip. This is the mockery of currency that my services get rendered in. I hope that you accept that here. Anyways, I've been trying to get laid, basically. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah. This is the thing. I haven't had sex this year, and that's much more of a public service announcement than a joke. But last year I was involved with this guy. It was a very undefined relationship. It was almost like a friends with benefits type of thing. And then one night I didn't get the benefit. And I realized I wasn't so interested in being friends. But he was one of these guys, he liked to watch porno, you know what I mean? And I'm not into it, you know what I mean? I feel like I watch porno like black people watch horror films. I'm screaming at the screen like, he's not really there to deliver pizza. He's gonna try to fuck you. Ah! It's terrible. It is. I don't know. I get very cranky when I don't have sex, though. I gotta tell you, I feel like I almost see confrontation where it doesn't really exist. You know what I mean? Like I went to the gynecologist the other day, and she said to me, Kendra, before we get started, is there any chance of you being pregnant? And I was like, go fuck yourself, really. I don't appreciate the sarcasm. Let's just get to the pap smear, if you don't mind. But it's a lot of anger towards men I don't know, mostly strangers, you know what I mean? I was in the coffee shop the other day, and this guy was like, hey, do me a favor, will you? Pass me a napkin. And I was like, oh, you want me to do you a favor? Then I never see you again? Now I'm down a favor? Get your own friggin' napkin. I'm walking down the street, and this guy's like, hey, where's the subway? I'm like, why don't you ask your girlfriend where the subway is? What am I, your mother? Walk to work for all I care. The guy's like, I don't even have a girlfriend. I'm like, I have a car. I can drive you wherever you want to go. I'm sorry for the way I acted. I'm just a little cranky. I think my biggest problem is that I don't trust men, you know what I mean? Especially men who have sex with me. I feel like the minute I have sex with a guy, I should just be like, you're officially under investigation, okay? I'm now going to spend all my time trying to prove you're a liar, cheat, and all-around son of a bitch, okay? This no way means I don't want to see you anymore. Just means I have my eye on you. And it's going to be a struggle every step of the way. Now, get off me. I have to pee. But I did. I wish that was a joke. Thank you. This is the thing. I did have a boyfriend, he was a very nice guy. I feel like he was so nice he almost set himself up to get ragged on, you know what I mean? Like he would say to me, you know what, Kendra, it really bothers me that you're better in bed than I am. And I'd be like, not half as much as it bothers me. Really. It's an issue. But he used to ask me weird questions about sex. Like one time he said to me, do you think you'd like me better if I had 2 dicks? And I was like, that depends. Would the second one be more like your brother's? Because you guys have been a lot of fun. My name's Kendra Cunningham. Thank you very much.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV, live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City.